Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I am here to do a reading as a bringing forward a message for someone or for a small part of the collective. So I actually did a Zoom meeting with an astrologer yesterday just to kind of get a heads up of what's going on in the upcoming year, 2022, and pretty much confirmed everything that's been coming through in the tarot is definitely preparing for a big shift, monumental, and I guess the word was combustible, and both in the twin flame energies. So if you're a twin flame, definitely in my astrology, the first 4 months of 2022 are going to be dynamic. So all of this sense of preparation that I have been talking about and all of the purging that's happened all makes perfect sense about what's coming up in the astrology. It's going to be a dynamic, transformative, but absolutely turbulent year coming up. So, you know, all the work that we're doing right now is kind of preparing us. We're getting prepared for that. So I know I'm doing a lot of organizing, purging of my, physical environment, making sure everything is in order. It feels as though that the energy will be directed elsewhere at the beginning of 2022. So, get everything in your physical and your 3D environment, your home, your car, your garage, your attic spaces, get all of that in order, because knowing that everything is kind of where it belongs is going to help facilitate the changes that are coming up. So that's what I've been feeling now since the beginning of December, or maybe right after Thanksgiving. And I have been just like purging and going through and literally physically touching everything. And I'm a collector, so it takes a while. Just touching it and feeling the vibe. Is this enhancing my space, or is it detracting from my energy? And if it detracts from my energy, it's gone. So I've just been doing a lot of making sure everything is in order, and I really feel strongly that that is what is the preparation steps for what's coming, so that we can divert our energy to the transformation and the transition, as opposed to trying to manage our environment as well as that. So that's all I'm going to say here. The decks I'm using, the universe has your back, the Eye of Zen, the Light Seers, and we'll end up with some empowerment. So definitely what is going on in the astrology seems to fit with what's been coming out in the readings for the past several months. So that was kind of a nice confirmation. Hope. Hope is a conduit for miracles. That's a beautiful energy. And that goes back to our daily blessing. In the quiet of this day, may you know the greatness of your spirit, and may your hopes fly on the wings of possibility. So hope is the conduit for miracles. Pull some, see what's going on. Now, with hope, and if you've been on my channel at any time pretty much over the last several months, we don't want to get stuck and hinge everything on hope. We still have practical steps that we can take to move forward. But getting stuck on and hinging everything on the hope and then waiting, that's stuck energy. And that's not what I advocate for you. I advocate you can hold hope in your heart, but don't hinge all of your decisions on the waiting energy that those hopes will come to fruition. So, uncertainty. A true romantic connection is unclear. A deeper understanding is required. So this is kind of, you're hoping that something possibly with your divine counterpart is going to come to fruition, that you're going to be in union, and you're starting to get into that stuck energy of uncertainty. So instead of becoming a higher vibration, it's a way of pulling you back into a lower vibration. So just exactly what I was talking about. Hope is not a way to conquer uncertainty. The key, you have the key to your success. This is a yes answer. So both of these cards came out in the reading yesterday. It was a part 1 and part 2 reading, so you may want to check that out. But it definitely deals with this hope energy. So really, your key to success is taking your steps and moving forward, holding hope in your heart, but not letting it drive your destiny. All right, so let's see, take the bottom, Knight of Wands. This, if you see, has the Four of Wands. When you have stability, Four of Wands is stability. It's also a twin flame card, the 1111. But let your heart be wild is what this card says to me. Release yourself from this hinging on hope and just get into that high vibration. She's an extraordinarily high vibration. She's just living her life. She is embracing her passion. She is absolutely celebrating her moment. And this is, nights are usually something being brought to you. And so this to me is exactly what I was kind of channeling in the very beginning of this reading, which was when you have stability, you can really focus your energy on the transformative transition that's coming up. And it just feels like February, but it's going to build and build and build from the end of December until the beginning of February. It's going to be the build and build and build, and then the combustible. So this just feels like really passionate fire energy, gaining the stability, getting everything in order, and having that behind you, and then just being able to celebrate the moment as you go through this really spectacular transition. Yes, it's going to be combustible. Yes, there's going to be a lot of fire energy, some tower energy. But in the same respect, this is going to be releasing and all the purging work that we've done, allowing us to get into that next level. Okay. So once you focus on settling and getting stability in your 3D environment and being able then to be really stable for this upcoming transition. Here we have the Devil and Justice. Oh my. Okay, so this Devil energy, anything toxic that we've identified in our prior level, we are eradicating. It has been overcome. Now there's balance. Here's the 11 card. This could be with your divine counterpart, your twin flame. This feels like all of that toxic energy that you experienced. And right now I hear a hawk, that's my spirit animal totem, is out there just screaming and screaming. And it's like telling me something. And then there's crows. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but it means something to me. This toxic energy at that lower level in your connection has now been balanced. The karma has been balanced. The toxic side of the karma has been balanced, and there is unison. Unison is what I'm hearing. It's like you both are leveling up to the same level. Well, there be the crows. Ten of Swords and Strength. I don't know if you can hear on the video the crows. All of a sudden, I guess they call them a murder of crows. All of a sudden, after the hawk, there's just a bunch of crows as I pull this card. Anyway, this has really zapped your strength. but it has forced you to grow this process. So this is a time right now to kind of prepare for, and I really can't say that, I can't say that strongly enough, prepare for what's upcoming. Here we have the High Priestess in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse. There's the hawk again. This feels like you've been waiting for feels like you intuitively know that there is something that needs to be expressed, a message that needs to be conveyed about the connection, but you've shifted from the intuition to the hope, hinging everything on this hope, and then you kind of got stuck there. Let me clarify that. I just heard clarify. It's like you stopped listening to your intuition when you got overwhelmed. What is this High Priestess in reverse about? Okay. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups to me is your spiritual path. You're walking away towards something more meaningful, walking away from something, turning your back on something of lower vibration. Six of Swords in the reverse. It feels as though you were trying to outthink your intuition. And that kind of zapped your strength. This is the uncertainty part. We have the Star, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Holy cow. The Star is hope. But you were hoping this, that your divine counterpart was demonstrating some toxic behavior. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is malicious intent, but it was intentionally not for your best interest. The Six of Cups card is the soulmate card, the soul connection card. It's almost like you had hoped that they would see that knowing the connection, you probably expressed your feelings about this connection and explaining that you feel that this is a soul connection, and they were disinterested. You were hoping it would change their behavior. You were hoping if you came out and said, hey, you know, we're really soul, this is an eternal thing. We're soul connected. We're twin flames. Trying to illuminate this connection actually had the opposite effect. And that's what zapped your strength. And that's when you started to get in this energy of uncertainty and hinging everything on hoping for a particular outcome, which set a set of expectations. But now you're realizing that your answer is to release the expectations and just live in your moment. Hold hope in your heart, but just live in your moment. And then the overcoming will balance this energy. Oh my, lots in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. And the Hanged Man in reverse. So it feels now that the energy coming in will be taking the time to create this stability in your environment. Is going to help reverse your fixation and your weariness of waiting for this person to turn around, to come around, to change their perspective. It didn't change their perspective when you talked to them about the conversation about we're soulmates. How can you treat me like this when we're soulmates? And your hope was that if you express those feelings, then they would see things more clearly and they would change. And you hinged everything on that hope. But now you're getting a different perspective about what hope should be and the role it plays in your ascension. Page of Pentacles is a message of some sort, like a tangible message. And that could be, somebody gives you something, or you see something in writing, or just something is going to help shift you into this new perspective. Once you shift your perspective from carrying this hope as an answer to hope as hope. My husband always says hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. You've been using hope as a strategy. And you're changing that perspective now into focusing on the moment, being present in the moment, and celebrating the moment as your new strategy. That's what this whole reading is. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Absolutely. You're turning hope, the power of the hope, over to the universe. You're putting your trust in the divine. And then you're focusing on your moment. Oh, there's the letter. They are reaching out to communicate. News or messages are coming in soon. What did I say? Love it. Okay, so that's when you make this shift, then you get this, some sort of physical confirmation through a message. That's interesting. Okay, let's take some empowerment cards. I've already shuffled, but I'm hearing shuffle again. Oh man, this is beautiful now. Okay. I think this was a reading that needed to be clarified when I say don't hinge everything on hope. And I think that's in my description. This is what the universe is, divine is clarifying this for you, what that means. Okay, some empowerment words to help you make this transition of using hope as a strategy to focusing on the present and turning over your faith in the divine to work things out and to cure your uncertainty. Any words of encouragement? Old ways won't open new doors. How perfect is that? And I feel like I'm supposed to leave it there, and that's what I heard. So, old ways won't open new doors. So we need to change from hope being a strategy to trusting the divine. I guess you can't see much of that, can you? So, thank you for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and, comment if you have a comment, if this resonates with you. Namaste.